Did you know that the devastating fires sweeping through Los Angeles in 2025 were predicted decades ago? 3 books, works of fiction and analysis, foreshadowed this exact catastrophe. Their authors warned us of nature's fury and humanity's negligence. But the real question is, why didn't we listen? Stay with me as we uncover the chilling predictions in these books, what they taught us about the world, and, most importantly, how we can still act to fight climate change and restore our planet. In 1993, visionary author Octavia Butler published Parable of the Sower. Set in a near-future California, her story described a society unraveling under relentless droughts, wildfires, and social collapse. It wasn't just a work of fiction, it was a warning. In Butler's world, flames consumed entire neighborhoods as people fled for their lives. Now look at Los Angeles today. 3 years of historic drought have dried out vegetation across the region, turning it into kindling for the fires raging out of control. Sound familiar? Butler warned us decades ago that ignoring climate change and resource mismanagement would make this future inevitable. But she also left a clue, a way forward. Butler's protagonist believed in adapting to the environment, not defying it. Communities needed to rethink their relationship with nature, building resilience instead of blind reliance on outdated systems. Imagine if we had listened. Could the fires of 2025 have been prevented? The next book offers a glimmer of hope. Fast forward to 2020, when Stanley Robinson published The Ministry for the Future. This novel doesn't just depict disasters like wildfires, it outlines solutions. Robinson's story describes a world ravaged by climate extremes, but one that fights back using controlled burns, urban redesign, and innovative technologies like geoengineering. Controlled burns, you might ask? Indigenous peoples like the Karuk have used them for centuries to reduce dangerous fuel loads. Yet modern firefighting in California has often prioritized suppression, allowing dead vegetation to pile up year after year. And here we are. In 2025, the lack of preventative action turned our forests into powder kegs. Controlled burns weren't a radical solution. They were a proven method we ignored. Imagine if we'd embraced Robinson's vision earlier. How many homes, how many lives could we have saved? The fires we're seeing today didn't just ignite overnight. The seeds of this disaster were sown years ago, as another book revealed with eerie precision. In 1998, Mike Davis published Ecology of Fear, a non-fiction masterpiece exposing the vulnerabilities of Southern California. Davis warned that urban sprawl, poor planning, and the relentless expansion of cities into fire-prone areas were a recipe for disaster. He called out the risky practice of building homes in wildland-urban interfaces, those zones where nature and development collide. He predicted that without major zoning reforms and sustainable urban policies, the region would become a tinderbox. And here we are. Nearly 70% of the homes destroyed in the 2025 fires were in high-risk areas. What's worse, firefighting resources were stretched thin trying to protect these developments. The result? An even greater loss of life and property. Davis's warnings weren't abstract. They were actionable. Stop building in danger zones. Invest in fire prevention. Respect nature's boundaries. And yet, here we stand, sifting through the ashes of what could have been avoided. If we ignore these lessons now, what other disasters are we setting ourselves up for? There's still time to change, but only if we act. So, what do these books teach us about the fires of 2025? That they were not inevitable. They were the result of inaction, decades of ignoring clear warnings from experts and visionaries alike. But it's not too late. We still have a chance to prevent future disasters. By restoring ecosystems with controlled burns and rewilding, reforming urban development, and taking bold action against climate change, we can rewrite the future. The 2025 fires are a wake-up call, a reminder that nature will always demand balance. It's up to us to listen, adapt, and restore what we've damaged. Let's not wait for the next disaster to act. Together, we can make a difference. If this message resonated with you, please subscribe to support this channel. Your support helps us spread awareness, explore critical issues, and advocate for a better future.